Well, this afternoon, about 150 business, community, and political leaders gathered in downtown Columbus to hear the community goals from the Regional Prosperity Initiative. The privately funded initiative has been helping to push with long-term strategic planning. It has operated under the name Columbus 2025, but will now be known as Columbus Ahead. Among the 5-year goals, increase jobs, dramatically increase the number of people between 25 and 54 years old moving into the community, attract more visitors to the Columbus area as well.
I think strategies should have aggressive goals, number one. They should be aggressive but achievable. And these goals were largely set with heavy involvement from our implementation partners. It's important to remember that the Regional Prosperity Initiative is not responsible for the implementation in terms of doing the work, but that falls to all of the partner agencies.
Nonprofit organizations such as Choose Columbus, the Chamber of Commerce, the United Way, as well as Uptown Inc. are involved in the effort. Our Chuck Williams attended that luncheon today, and Chuck joins us now from the WRBL Uptown Bureau. Chuck.
Teresa, these types of events are not new to Columbus. You could say events like this to set vision and drive results are part of the DNA of this city. But the one today felt a little different. Listen.
One thing that we're seeing that's incredible, and you mentioned young people, is that more young people have a seat at the table.
There is a youth movement taking shape in Columbus, and you could see more young leaders taking that seat at the table Wednesday during the Regional Prosperity Initiative luncheon downtown. One of the more experienced leaders said it's important for young and old leaders alike to be at the same table.
Every success story Columbus, Georgia has ever had over the years has been because of collaboration, coalitions coming together, coalescing under a common agenda to move the city and the Eagle forward.
Jansen Tidmore is the new president and chief executive officer of the Greater Columbus Chamber of Commerce. He's one of those new leaders.
You know, I look around this room and you do see an element of some younger leaders, and I think that's important because you need the dollars to support the history of some of our older leaders. You need the energy, the action, the willingness and ability to kind of roll up our sleeves and get to work, and that's where I find the outcomes happen.
Columbus State University President Dr. Stuart Rayfield is in the business of developing those leaders.
We are so lucky because Columbus has been blessed by visionary leaders throughout its history. And I think now we're at an intersection where it's time for a new group of visionary leaders to step forward. What is great for me is to walk into this room and see some of my former students, to see some of the students who graduated recently, and to see them sitting at these tables.
Teresa, one of the things here is the old guys were there. There were several of them in the room, and one of them told me that he welcomed the new faces and the new blood. It was a good thing. Reporting from the Uptown Bureau, Chuck Williams, WRBL News 3.